Two notes. First off, Waltman was somehow even less lucid than Scott Hall. I have absolutely no idea how that's possible. Hall, in an example of low standards, based on how fat he was in good shape here. I realized that a lot of people were talking about what great shape Hall was in. Seriously. He had a fat, hairy gut. His face was spherical. Yes, he was in better shape than he was when he was morbidly obese. That's not saying a whole hell of a lot. He had a match. He doesn't have it anymore. It was Hall and Waltman against Nash and Eric Young. Nash never tagged in. Eric worked the entire match. They were so obviously setting up Nash turning on Eric Young that I presumed it had to be a swerve. And they were not going to have Nash turn on Eric Young. But then Nash did turn on Eric Young, so they swerved me by not having a swerve. Or by having a swerve. However you want to do it. Anyway, Nash turned on Eric, gave him a powerbomb. Razor gave him the Razor's Edge with great assistance by Sean Waltman. Yes, Scott Hall needed help getting Eric Young up. He gave him the move, and then they pinned him. There was a point where Waltman tried to get a can of spray paint from under the ring.
That was the real highlight of the match to me.
He could not find it.
The best match in the show was Sean Waltman versus spray paint.
He went for it the first time, and he couldn't find it, and he says, "Where the fuck is it?" Right into the camera. And Eric Young, who's his opponent, basically starts beckoning to the other side of the ring. So Waltman goes over there, finds the spray paint. They spray paint it right into Eric Young's face and all over the front of his body. The referee, of course, because it's TNA, doesn't see it. Taz, playing the role, again, of Brian Alvarez, says, and I quote, "Doesn't the referee see the paint on Eric Young's face?" Of course the ref doesn't. He doesn't see Eric Young green. Eric Young gets pinned, and then Waltman went into the ring to find another can of spray paint, could not find it, and then screamed something to the effect of, "Why do they have to hide it?"
I think he said, "God damn it, why the fuck you gotta hide it?"
Yes. Which is a fucking good question.
It's already under the ring.
Oh my God. So he finally found it, sprayed an outline around Young's body. They played a cheap Wolfpack theme. They danced. That was the end of that.
And the band was back together, and the fans all cheered.
Yeah.
He cheered this betrayal and three men beating up one. They're hero EY, by the way.
Yeah.
That is how much heels and faces mean so little in TNA. How little they mean.
This reminds me of a story. I once, in one of the various wacky student films that I did, I had a scene where this girl I was dating got really mad at me and went under the bed and got a baseball bat. And
student film, you say?
Came up swinging. Yeah.
Because it sounds like your life.
It sounds like an old relationship, but no, seriously. But so the idea was, in our house, we had a baseball bat under the bed.
Okay.
In case someone broke in. Now, she put the baseball bat under the bed before we started filming, and so the idea was she was going to get really mad, go under, grab the bat, and come up. I thought, okay, if this were real, which it's supposed to be, it's not supposed to look like we're acting. If this were real, she wouldn't necessarily know right where the baseball bat is. She only knows it's under the bed. So, before we began filming, I moved the bat a little bit. So she got...
You fool!
No, but it worked, because she got really mad, she went under the bed, she had to dig around a bit to find the bat, like you'd really do.
Well, if you're smart and you have a weapon for protection, you're going to keep the weapon handy.
Well, you keep it... I mean, you just put it under the bed, though. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. If you want a weapon on hand to defend yourself, why would you make it hard to get to?
I didn't make it hard to get to. I just made it so she wouldn't immediately just reach under and grab it. I wanted her to have to look for a split second to find it and then grab it.
If you're going to keep a weapon under your bed, why do you want to take a split second to find it? Are you going to say, "Hold on, Mr. Burglar, I'm looking for my bat"? No, you're going to want the bat right where you can get it. I don't understand this.
Vinny, imagine you've got a bed and there's nothing under it.
All right.
Okay, you put a bat under the bed.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the bat's been under there for a year.
Okay.
You have not seen the bat in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're laying on top of the bed, a king-size bed, you're going to immediately, without any hesitation, with your eyes closed, be able to grab the bat.
It's still the only thing under the bed?
Yeah. How are you going to know? Are you going to remember you put it at 18 degrees under the right side of the bed? You know what I mean? You'd have to get off the bed, look under, and grab it. Would you not?
If you see it, you said looking around for it. Like, I had this image of someone shuffling boxes around.
No, I just moved it a little bit, so it was not just reach under and grab it.
I still say most of my paranoid friends who do keep weapons under the bed keep them within sight.
If I said, Vince, go grab the Norman Peale book, whatever, off the bookshelf, and you put it there,
I see 400 books in that shelf.
You'd still have to go and you'd have to look for it.
Yeah. If there was one book on the shelf, I would grab it.
Okay, well, maybe there's a lot of stuff under the bed.
Okay, then you should put the bat on the outside so it can be grabbed easily.
But you still don't know where exactly on the outside it is.
Then you're dumb. If you're going to keep Brian, hang on. Why would you have a weapon if you didn't know right where it was? The only thing in your house that you should know where it is would be a self-defense weapon, right?
It's underneath the bed. You know that.
Where under the bed, though?
Underneath it.
I will find my friends who are children of police and thus grew up super paranoid. They will tell you exactly where the weapons are in their house to the inch. My friends in the military.
All right, so you're telling me that if you hit a baseball bat under your bed, and I blindfolded you, and I said grab the bat on the first try, without having to look under the bed or anything, just in a blindfold, roll off the bed and grab it on the first try, you'd be able to do it?
If I put the bat there.
But even if you put the bat there, you think if I blindfolded you, and on the very first try you could just go into the bed and grab it?
I suppose so.
This almost makes me want to put something under that desk right there and have you give it a shot. How about this? Look at my phone.
Okay.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Eyes are closed.
Grab it. Exactly.
Oh, please!
But hold on. You had to reach a little farther and grab it. Right? Did you not?
Let's move the fuck on. I want to go home.
It didn't take 2 minutes to do it, but there was a brief moment where you had to grab it. The point is, everybody, Waldman hid the spray paint before the match. He should have known where it was. Well, it did not have to be hidden.
Yes. And in his defense, I don't think he's the one who hid it.
That's the point.
Yes.
That's how stupid they are.
Yes.
They not only hid it under one side of the ring where he couldn't find it, but even when he went to the right side of the ring, it was hidden under something. He had to lift something up and reach under to find the spray paint.
That is correct.
This was stupid.
Yes.
This was much stupider than my baseball bat story. Where are we?
I don't fucking care.
A complete waste of time.
You know what? As angry as I am right now, that conversation was more entertaining than anything on this show.
Great!
Yes. So, up next, Shannon Moore versus Doug Williams. I'm just going to cut to the finish. Doug Williams hit Shannon Moore in the head with a fucking brick and pinned him. A brick!
That's fine with that.
So...
What's wrong with that? Let me give you an example here. If you're going to knock out an opponent, why would you use a guitar made of thin wood?
Rather than a brick made of compressed clay?
If I'm going to hit someone with an object, I want the hardest, most compact object I can find.
Heaviest, most massive.
What's wrong with a brick?
It's just... I realize people have been hit with steel chairs for centuries. Well, centuries. I said it again. A long time in this sport. But just seeing this was so... It was a cartoon. Why not a kitchen sink, you know?
They've used it before when Russo was booking.
Oh, there you go. So
my only problem with the brick was it looked like a piece of a 2x4.
I'm sorry the brick wasn't red enough for you.
It should have been red.
You said it was a 2x4. We went back and checked, and they had a camera angle. It was extreme close-up, and there was a... extreme, what's the word? Well, it was shot from one end, so it looked like a long 2x4.
Yeah.
But
If you're
anyway.
going to use a brick, get a red one.